Okay, Tuesday morning in the kingdom and it's chilly out here. But first off, before I get censored because it's chilly and the me phone has taught to think. Okay, Amazon has my fifth book of my writing career, My Wasted Youth, which tells about growing up in the South, yes, in the pink house. And it's free as an ebook from December 12th to the 16th, okay? Yeah, so that's 5 days on Amazon, 4 days on Sesame Street. Okay, hopefully not censored yet. I can't believe that the me phone has taught itself how to think. Oh, artificial intelligence. Okay, we woke up to minus 18, but feels like minus 27. Yes, it's an Arctic cold. Okay, on the yo-yo scale, 0. That's it, 0. But feels like minus 17. Ooh, that's chilly. All right. So today, I untangled the flags. They survived yesterday. We'll do a quick scroll because I'm going to be censored. All right, so the snow kind of drifted in, but not bad. It's a soft snow, not like in the south where it's rock hard. Oh, that was lame ass, like my honeymoon. All right, so I got the 39 Chevy plugged in. We're going to have to move the trailer to get Laverne in the shop. Yes, I don't know what we were thinking, putting the trailer in front of the shop doors. Oh, wait, it's closed for the wood to be hauled. All right, so there we go. A quick scroll on frickin' real. Yesterday was a good day hiding out of the wind, but the videos and the cameras did not show how windy it was. It was terrible, but in the kingdom we're sheltered. Just like everything from the outside world, we're sheltered. All right, so there's one full rotation. I don't know if I've been censored, but the sun is coming up over there. Yes, in the south. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, just got done walking the dogs. There's lots of snow in the trees, and it falls on my head. I don't know why, but we had fun. We took the cross-country trail that we snowshoed the other day, but the dogs are well exercised than me, too. All right, the sun is coming up in the south right there. So hopefully we have a warm day of minus 20, and it's not chilly. Oh, it's unreal. Well, I better go before the self-taught me phone censors me.
Tuesday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 9:30 a.m. and I'm getting ready to go shopping. I just have to pull the skidoo out and let the dogs back in, and then the store opens at 10. I'm not sure if I work today, but I'm sure I'll find out when I go down there. If not, I'll be heading to the kingdom after lunch. Now let's get going. Just got back from shopping at the store. For the one bag there is $138, but I did get bulky stuff. That coffee right there is $20, and then we have the milk, which is 10, and so on and so forth. So let's head on over to the kingdom and drop everything off. Almost 11 a.m. and I'm just finishing up at the kingdom. I just dropped off all the food and stuff. Now I'm going to head back and throw some money on the card. That way when the Starlink comes out next week, it doesn't go bouncy bouncy. And then this afternoon I'll come back at 1 o'clock and see what's going on. Little after 11 a.m. and I just got back from putting money on the card for the Starlink up at the store in WHO-ville here. Now it's time to head inside and let the dogs out and get ready for this afternoon. I know there's a few things on the list we have to do, so let's get going. After lunch, and it's almost 1 o'clock, and I'm just going to warm up the skidoo and head on over to the kingdom and see what we're doing today. As you can see, there is no clouds in the sky, and the sun's actually out for once, so that's pretty nice, but it still is kind of cold, so once I get back from the kingdom, I can do the weather for you guys. 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like we're going to move a few things around and get the 41 out of the shop, and then we're going to put Bad Business in, which is sitting just around the corner here, and we'll also put Laverne in the shop. That way my dad can work on him and get him up and running. That way when we get some gas and fuel, we can go out and play again. Now we are going to quickly bleed the brakes on the 41 here. I have to sit inside and pump the brake pedal while my dad goes and adjusts everything else. That's why it's a two-man job, and he waited till I got here. We were able to bleed the brakes on the 41. Won't know if we actually have any brakes on it until we take it out of the shop here and drive it around a little bit. Now we're going to head on over to the hoe shack and put the covers on the mini hoe. That way it stays nice and warm with these cold temperatures. Got the winter front on the mini here. As you can see, they are pillowcases. We had some extra fluffy, thick pillowcases laying around that we had no use for, so they came in handy. Like I said, repurpose, reuse everything. Just finished back blading with the Mini. As you can see, it looks pretty smooth now. This is just so we can get the loader out of the shed because we have to use it to move Laverne into the shop. Since it won't start, it has to go in there and get a few repairs done. Now we're going to go up to Bad Business and get it started. Now my dad is going to take Bad Business down to the shop. That way when we open the doors, we can drive it right in. The main rear seal on the back end here went, so we're going to check to see if there's any oil dripping out of it. Oh yeah, you can see a bit of oil right here. There's a little bit. I'll follow him for a couple of feet here. Doesn't look like there's any coming out of the back at the moment, so that's pretty good. Now I'll go meet him down at the shop. To open up the shop doors, we have to move the long trailer here, so we're going to hook it up to the loader. But to move that, we have to get Laverne out of the way. Then we're just going to take the long trailer straight ahead, just enough so we can get the doors open and put everything in and take the 41 out. Now we're going to get the loader out. Now my dad's going to move Laverne out of the way so we can move the long trailer and get the shop doors open. Before we unhook Laverne here, my dad's going to put some blocks on either side. That way when we get the shop doors open and he goes to pick up Laverne to put it into the shop, we can actually just pick it up with the forks of the loader and lift it into the shop on its side. almost 2 o'clock and we got the long trailer moved. Now my dad's gonna back up to Laverne and pick it up, so that way when we open the shop doors we get the 41 out, we put Bad Business in, and then we put Laverne in all in one shot. Trying to figure out how to pick up Laverne here. Since it has the wide tracks, we can't just put the forks completely underneath and reach over to this track and pick it up. This one also has no sump pen on the bottom here, so when we pick it up we can't be hitting the bottom or anything like that and causing more damage than anything, so we have to figure something out to pick it up. He just went to go get 2 big blocks. I'm going to stick them on top of the loader forks here, so hopefully it adds a little bit of support. That way when we pick it up, we're not gouging out the underneath. The forks are also really slippery because we just took the loader out of the shed. So everything's nice and warm and the blocks are cold. Now he's going to try and tilt it back and see what happens. Now my dad's gonna jump on the Mini and back blade away from the shop doors here, and while he does that I'm gonna head inside and warm my hand up because sticking it out with no gloves on while recording is pretty cold. Even with all that snow and wind we had, it actually didn't block the doors in too bad. We're still able to open them. Now my dad will bring the Mini over and back blade all this away so we can close the doors when we're done. Well, I thought he was going to do some back blading with the Mini, but I guess not. He just took the 41 out of the shop, and now he's going to drive Bad Business in, and then we'll quickly put in Laverne. Now we're going to attempt to lift up Laverne and put it into the shop sideways. I might have to guide him in, so bear with me. For those wondering why we didn't sweep all the snow off the cats before bringing them in the shop, we want to see where the moisture goes and all the water that comes off the cats here when they thaw out, because in the old shop everything would run down towards the doors here and like the outside, because this used to be the outside, so it would all run out here and it'd freeze the doors. So we want to see where this goes, whether it'll go right down into the ground or if it'll go out the new doors. My dad just went out to go fill the wheelbarrow in the wagon, so I'll go around and help him, and then once that's done we can move the long trailer back into place and finish up a few other things. Now he has the log trailer moved back into place. I have to go down and put the blocks underneath so the hitch doesn't snap off. Just put the loader away and we move the 41 in front of the loader shed here. That way we can plug it in so we can get it started either tonight or tomorrow to go do some adventuring in the bushes here, because we did put some headlights on the front, as you can see right here. So we have to wait till it's dark time so we can go out and test them and see if they look good. Now my dad's bringing the Mini over here to the wood pile, that way we can fluff it up. He did get a good week's worth of kindling and little pieces out of here, so once we fluff it up, hopefully he'll get another week's worth. And look at that, some extra material. I'm sure we can find a use for that. If not, it'll go into the scrap pile and get recycled. Looks like we are taking the 41 out tonight with the drag to do a little pass around on the south trail to test out the new headlights and see how they work. So I need a skidoo with lights on it. I'm going to get the Yamaha out here and put the Polaris in the shed. At least for one night I'll take this guy home. While I get the Yamaha started and put the Polaris away, my dad's out cleaning off the drags here. Gotta clean off this drag over here, and then he'll go down all the way over to the side of the kingdom and clean off the Z drag that we used on the south trail the other day. Just got the Yammy out. Now I'm gonna put the Polaris away. I sure will miss my Polaris for the night, but that's okay. It's only one night apart. I'm sure I'll survive. At least this one has headlights for the moment. The Polaris is put away for the night. Now I'm gonna head on down to the shop and do a little video on bad business. I guess it was leaking rear main seal oil all over the ground while it was parked, and we opened up the shop door, so let's go take a look at that. Down in front of the shop now, and this is what my dad was talking about. Just from bad business sitting there, it dripped out all this oil, so that's not good. That's why it got taken into the shop to get properly fixed. Now I'm going to head on over to the long trailer here and start picking out some wood and fill up the wheelbarrow and the wagon while my dad's over cleaning the Z-Drag. Looks like we got everything on the list done today, except for a quick drag at nighttime, but we will be doing that tonight. That's why I got the Yamaha out, and we'll be taking that home today. Now I'll head out and see what else my dad's up to, and if we're not doing anything else today, I'll go back into WHO-ville and do the weather. 3 o'clock coffee, and I'm officially done in the kingdom. Now I'll take the Yammy back into WHO-ville. That way at around 4:30 or so I can come back to the kingdom and we can go out with the 41 and this drag here and do a few passes on the South Trail. Now let's head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Just made it back to the kingdom. It feels weird driving this small thing. I am so tall compared to this skidoo that when I sit down on here, my knees actually touch the handlebars, so it's kind of awkward to drive on. I won't be doing mail today because this is a pull and go. So when I go uptown, I have to take the spark plugs completely off of this, and I don't feel like doing that today, so I can wait one day on mail. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out and get ready for tonight.
Okay, coffee time in the kingdom. We're very pleased. The new shop doors worked well. There was no drama in opening and closing, and the 2 cats fit in here. Bad business here. It has been leaking the rear main seal for about 4 years, but it kind of took a dump on the other day when we pulled the drag. It was just a stream of blackness behind us, okay? So it's best we change it out because we have the time, and plus the people of the internet can learn, okay? That's what I mean. People have been asking us how to do the rear main seals on this, and we'll show you step by step on it. Plus, we got Laverne in the back here. So this is what we've always done with the little shop or the old shop. We could always put wood in the back door, but this sure is nice having the big wide doors and no drama in getting them open and in and out. So we're very pleased that the heat loss, or the lack of heat loss that we got here, having the doors open. The stove is just idling right now, and it feels warm in here. So this is working out well. We have enough room to walk around Laverne, so we can get that clutch fixed. All right, so let's go have some coffee, and then the staff's coming back when it gets dark. Yeah, 4:30, so we can drag the trails.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's negative 20 degrees Celsius, which is negative 4 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, we got the feels like on the bottom as well. Now it's time to get the Yammy started and head on over to the kingdom and do a night video. It is getting dark pretty fast, so by the time we actually get into the bush, it should be dark. Little after 5 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Look how dark it's getting already. The sunset is completely gone now, plus it looks like there's some storm clouds rolling in. I'm sure we'll get snow or maybe rain again. I got my trusty flashlight here because I'm going to walk down the South Trail and get a couple videos of my dad with the drag. I'm just waiting for him to start the 41 and bring it around to hook up to the drag here. My dad just went around on the south trail. Now I'm gonna hustle and walk down our trail just right here and cut across and meet him over by the woodpile. If I stop, you can actually hear him. 5:14 p.m. and this is how dark it is in the bush already. Look at that, and I have to walk all the way over there with my little flashlight. Down on the south trail now, and it is dark. Look at this. The only light we have is the little flashlights, and then we got the 41 over here. Now it's time to get into my little spot on the side and videotape my dad going by. We are done on the south trail now. I have to walk through the bush again and back up to the house. It's pretty dark out here, as you can see. The moment I turn off my flashlight, I feel like the boogeyman's gonna get me. Even look over here too, it is dark. I can hear him. I think he's waiting for me to come out there. Making my way back to the kingdom now. I sure hope this flashlight doesn't die, because this is how dark it'll be. I can't see anything. Can kind of see my dad through the bush right there too. I'm not a big fan of the dark, so let's keep the flashlight on. just drop the drag and park the 41. We have it nice and close to a plug-in here. That way if we need it again, we can just plug it in for a few hours. Now my dad's covering the exhaust and he'll turn off the fuel as well. And then we can head on inside and see what we have for minutes. And then I can go back into WHO-ville. Almost 6 o'clock and I'm just finishing up in the kingdom. It sure is dark. Now it's time to get the yammy started and head on back into WHO-ville. 6 o'clock and I made it back from the kingdom and put the yammy away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, edit my videos, and end my day.
Okay, 6 o'clock in the kingdom and the staff's going home on the Yamaha. Yeah, because there's a headlight. Doesn't look very bright, but it is a headlight. Alright, there she goes, heading back into WHO-ville. We did a little dragging there. And then if we look over here, yes, look at the IH cats inside where it's warm by the wood stove. There's Laverne and Bad Business. Yes, we had a successful day today. Very pleased with the shop extension. Alright, we'll scroll back this way. Everybody's dizzy. Alright, so there's the flags in their natural state of being limp. Alright, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.